channel. I am Edurne Gonzalez and today we are going to talk about the audiolingual method. We have come to the Busquilore school, as you can see here, because they put in practice this method. Let's go! Hi! Hi! How are you? Thanks for having us. No, it's my pleasure. So tell me, what is exactly the audiolingual method? Well, where can I start? So our students were having some trouble acquiring the second language, in our case English. So some teachers and I started to think about implementing a method, and that's how we started using the Lingual method. The method states that learning a language is getting to know every aspect of it and practicing it until it becomes a habit. For example, repeating a dialogue. The best part of this method is that all students have a really active role in class, because the main objective of this method is to have conversations. You know, I have an idea. Let's go to my office and I will explain more detail the method. So let me get something clear. What is the audiolingual method based on? So it is based in the language learning theory of behaviorism. And what is that? Behaviorist theory gives importance basically to the spoken language. So the children learn before to speak than reading and writing. And because of this theory focuses on spoken speech more than in other abilities, like I have said before. So if you put that much importance to speaking, how is the grammar learned? It is true that the grammatical aspects of the language are not deeply obtained, because the main point is to focus on the speaking and listening. But the behaviorist theory is also based on the learning of structural grammar. This means that language learning is a mechanical process in which learners integrate habits. These habits are normally a result of reward and reinforcement. Positive reinforcement is reward and negative reinforcement is punish. So how does it work? When a stimulus is given and the response to it is rewarded positively, children are likely to repeat it and in consequence integrate it. Okay, thank you so much for this information. Now that you know what this method is about, we are going to compare this method how it was used before and now. Here you have a video of one class of how the method was used in one class.
The audiolingual method was developed in the early 1940s by linguistics from Michigan University. They were at the time figuring out the best methods for teaching English to the foreign students who were studying in the US. The lessons were oral and consisted of repetition of grammatical patterns and pronunciation. In World War II, the method was used for teaching soldiers the language by drilling and intense study. It had great success there. When we get to 1957 and the Cold War, Sputnik is launched, which made the American government acknowledge that their lack of focus on learning languages can actually keep them from making scientific advances. That led to the National Defense Education Act of 1958, which provided funds for developing materials for second language learning. Later, the method was used all over the US and Canada, but its popularity declined in the late 60s and early 70s. This was because of two reasons. One being Noam Chomsky, who questioned the method because he did not agree that external motivation alone is an effective method of learning a second language. And the other being that both teachers and students were frustrated by the lack of explanations for the grammar, as well as the memorization and drilling did not teach them efficiently. And so, the method was abandoned, but practices like drilling and dialogue learning is still used in other methods.
And now we are going to see a real class of nowadays. Come on, let's go.
Hello, class.
Hello.
Okay, now we are going to work on a dialogue, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to read and you only are going to listen, okay?
Okay.
Dan. Good morning, April. April. Good morning, Dan. Dan. How are you? April. Fine, thanks. And you? Dan. Fine. Where are you going? April. I'm going to the library. Dan. I'm going to. Shall we go together? April, sure, let's go. Okay, now I'm going to say sentence by sentence and you are going to repeat it, okay?
Okay.
Good morning, April.
Good morning, April.
Good morning, Dan.
Good morning, Dan.
How are you?
How are you?
Fine, thanks. And you?
Fine, thanks. And you?
Fine. Where are you going?
Fine. Where are you going?
I'm going to the library.
I'm going to the library.
Okay, good job. I'm going too. Shall we go together?
I'm going too. Shall we go together?
Sure, let's go.
Sure, let's go.
Good job. Now you're going to be positive pairs, okay? I'm going to let you hear the dialogue and you can follow it, okay?
Okay.
Now it's your turn.
Okay. Good morning, April.
Good morning, Dan.
How are you?
Fine, thanks. And you?
Fine. Where are you going?
I am going to the library.
Well, 1 minute. We are going to repeat that word, okay? Library.
Library.
I'm going to the library.
I'm going to the library.
Good job. Now repeat it again, please.
I'm going to the library.
I'm going too. Shall we go together?
Let's go.
Great job. Vale. Now we are going to do the same thing, but with a negative sentence, okay? So repeat after me. Library.
Library.
To the library.
To the library.
I'm not going.
I'm not going.
I'm not going to the library.
I'm not going to the library.
Good morning and welcome to our class. As the director has said you later, we are working on the audiolingual method. So before starting to show you which are the activities, we are going to explain you what are the principles of this method. On the other hand, children will listen to what the teacher says and they repeat. The dialogue the teacher is going to say to the children is repeated until they learn it. So when it's memorized, they try to improve the pronunciation. Okay, class. Now we are going to change the dialogue, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Good morning, April.
Good morning, April.
Good morning, Dan.
Good morning, Dan.
How are you?
How are you?
Fine, thanks. And you?
Fine, thanks. And you?
Fine. Where are you going?
Fine. Where are you going?
I'm going to the supermarket.
I'm going to the supermarket.
I'm going too. Shall we go together?
I'm going too. Shall we go together?
Sure, let's go.
Sure, let's go.
Good job.
Afterwards, some phrases or words from the dialogue are going to be changed, and based on their interest, they are going to repeat it. Taking into account what they have already done, a new activity will start. For example, responding to questions, and students have to learn to answer automatically without stopping to think. And then also they can substitute new words or grammatical structures, or making negative or affirmative sentences.
Now, me as the coordinator of this school, I'm going to tell you what this method shows. On the one hand, the strength, and on the other one, the risks. On the one hand, all students have an active role in class, as the main objective of this method is to have dialogues. Moreover, speaking and listening skill will be more drilled, as they are the first ones to learn. On the other hand, it is true that the grammatical aspects of the languages are not deeply obtained, because the main point is to focus on listening and speaking, so these aspects of the language goes for a lower position. They do not learn grammar, they only learn the word's meaning in a linguistic context presented by the teacher.
So that is all for today. Thank you for watching today's program and coming with me to Eguzki Lores School. See you next program. Bye.